The 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations will hold from March 17 to April 3 this year in Morocco. So Morocco will be playing host to the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations. This will be the 16th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations, and it will also serve as the qualifiers for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, which will take place in Brazil next year. The first semi-finalists at the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations will qualify directly for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, while additional 2 teams will have the chance to join them through the Interconfederation playoffs. And the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations will feature 16 teams, and there are 4 groups. Today, I'll be taking a look at Group C. Group C has countries like Nigeria, Zambia, Egypt, and Malawi. I'm going to start with Nigeria. For Nigeria, they are nicknamed Super Falcons, and this is their 14th appearance at the Women's African Cup of Nations. Nigeria are the most successful team in the history of the Women's African Cup of Nations, having won the Women's African Cup of Nations a record 10 times. And the Super Falcons of Nigeria are ranked 37th in the world, and Nigeria has produced past former female African footballer of the years, like Asisa Toshola and the likes. And Nigeria is such a quality and is such a quality team. For the Zambians, they are nicknamed Copper Queens. This is their 6th appearance at the Women's African Cup of Nations, and Zambia's best result at the Women's African Cup of Nations was finishing in 3rd place, and that was in 2022. Zambia are ranked 64th in the world, and Zambia have also produced former female African footballer of the year, like Barbara Obanda. The 3rd country is Egypt. For Egypt, they are nicknamed the Cleopatras, and this is Egypt's 3rd appearance at the Women's African Cup of Nations. Egypt have never gone beyond the group stage of the Women's African Cup of Nations. They are ranked 101 in the world. The 4th country is Malawi. For Malawi, they are nicknamed the Scorchers, and this is Malawi's maiden appearance at the Women's African Cup of Nations. So they are making their debut at this edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations. Malawi are ranked 153 in the world. That's all about Malawi. So once again, Group C has countries like Nigeria, Zambia, Egypt, and Malawi. What an interesting group is going to be, especially the match between Nigeria and Zambia, because at the last edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations, Nigeria defeated Zambia 5-0, and so we look forward to a rematch, or we look forward to another match between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Copper Queens of Zambia. Once again, Group C is going to be a very interesting group. Thank you for watching. We see you again on Top C. Thank you.